Hello, it is time to start the show. And I'm going to get started right after this.
Hey everybody, it is Friday and I am glad you guys are back. Got some good people here and we're going to get started. We got Kenny, David, and we have our special guest, Mr. Bebop. So folks, let's get started. It's been one heck of a week, I think, for every one of us here. And last week it was Good Friday, right? So is this week Great Friday? It's I want to just keep going with the positives, right? So every one of us has had a long, grueling, and tiring week, but now it's time to sit down and take a break. Let's start it out. Hey, Kenny, how you doing?
How are you? I'm great. I had a busy week. I'm super tired and hungry, and I wasn't able to bathe properly. But here we are. Friday night, the show must go on.
Mm-hmm.
So I love it. I love it. We got David here. David, how you doing?
I'm good, but we've had some, winds from the west. It's kind of stormy. I was wondering what that smell was.
And we got Bebop. Bebop, you're just getting back from dinner, and we are super glad you're here. You're rocking a really nice jersey there.
Oh,
So how you feel?
I got the original Iron Man right here.
Hey.
Nice.
Anybody old enough to remember Mega Man?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mega Man was awesome.
But yeah, doing good over here on the East Coast. We just got a earthquake. I know you guys are a little bit more normal to that saying, but yeah, we just got an earthquake. It was really weird today. We never had one like ever, so it was really kind of crazy.
Bebop, I heard everyone in New Jersey and New York and Philly were like, "Nah, we ain't going to work today."
Yeah, it was just like nobody knew what the hell to do with themselves. Like we weren't sure if it was the train going by or whether it was like the 18-wheeler driving by the house or whatnot. But yeah, a little bit of that. A little bit of word about BA. He's talking to Shannon Sharp, and it's becoming a hot topic with that. So I got all my chips in for BA to stay. So. Yeah.
Interesting. So let me get your thoughts on that right there, and let's get into this. Shannon Sharp, what kind of sensation, really like icon has he become? Bebop, let me get your thoughts, Mr. Shannon Sharp. What was he, number 84, or is that his brother Sterling Sharp? No, Shannon was 84. But again, he did all this stuff with the NFL, network and what was it, CBS, but he was announcer, and now he's actually doing his podcast, and he's got his what is his little drink he calls it? What, his little Shay Shay or something like that?
Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay. Yeah.
he needs to get A-Tay on Club Shay Shay.
He's selling his own cognac, I think it is.
Yeah. Were you able to catch any of his interviews recently? He had
I saw him. I saw BA go on the show. He was very like a little bit of timid, but he is a top 5 receiver in the league. So he has kind of stated his case to the millions and millions that are watching Club Shay Shay and the nightcap. I'm a regular there. It's kind of cool, really cool. Yeah.
And the nightcaps with Ocho Cinco.
Ocho Cinco, yeah. And they were just bouncing ideas across and trying to see how BA was feeling. I felt like he was just neutral. He's playing his cards right.
Yeah.
He's not selling himself too short, but not, but he seems like he still wants to be in a part of the team and stuff like that. So that was I felt a little bit more optimistic after that interview.
Awesome. So let's go to Kenny real quick. Were you able to catch the Shannon Sharp interview where he had Mr. Cat Williams on?
I mean, no, I didn't watch that. That's silliness. But I heard about it and I watched a lot of clips. I don't believe what anybody says. It doesn't matter who they are. People are total BSers and exaggerators and storytellers. So you have to take everything with a grain of salt. Even really important books are really just grain of salt.
I bring up that interview in particular because I think he really took off after that, at least the Shannon Sharp part of it, because
Cat Williams helped him out there.
Yes. The nightcap, I know they've been doing that for a little while now, but I think the Shannon Sharp on his own, I think this is really just, wow, it's just really something. So David,
do you guys think that's staged at all? I mean,
oh, wow.
He just started his channel, and I love Chad Okocinco. Everybody loves Chad Okocinco, but he's not like the most extreme. Look, I'm not saying he can't rap. I'm not saying he ain't funny. I'm not saying he's not entertaining. I'm just saying I don't think he's on Shannon Sharp level of like entertainer. And I think people wanted more. And so I think it was, listen, I'm going to tell you it was staged because that's just me. But that's what I think. Everything is publicists meeting other publicists and being like, yo, we need to make more money. We only get a little percentage. The more they get, the more we get. YouTube is very similar. The better you do, the better they do.
So let me get David's thoughts. If I say Shannon Sharp, what are you thinking? Are you thinking football player? Are you thinking podcast man? Or are you thinking Shay?
I'm honestly thinking football player because I'm older. When it comes to podcasting, he's pretty good at it. I'm not going to lie. Him and Skip, that one guy, that Cowboys fan, they go back and forth a lot, Yeah. But, I mean, when it comes to Ocho Cinco, I don't hate you, buddy, but you putting 30 to 32 million in Ayuk's head. So Ocho Cinco can kiss my butthole right now.
Oh, you heard it?
He's looking out for his own kind, which is wide receiver.
Oh, wow. So
you got to stick together, man. You got to stick together. You got to make your position valuable, right? And I guess wide receiver is valuable, right?
17.9 yards.
That's a lot of money for a guy that hasn't put up a 15 to 1,800 yard season.
But Brandon was option 4 for 4 years, and he's been getting 8 to 13, and that's being like very low and that's his lowest and his highest, Well,
2,000 yard seasons in a row, he was an all-pro. But 30 to 32 million, I mean, he's not on Tyreek Hill, the Cheetah's level.
That's not high.
He can't break a defense's back by himself.
Well,
if he was there, I wouldn't have any problem giving him that kind of money, but he's just not there.
Maybe he just hasn't had the opportunity. Remember, he had to start out with Jimmy, and then Brock was new to him. And Brock, Kyle, as we said, BA is not even like a top 3 option on the 49ers, which is crazy, but it is what it is. And I believe the only time BA really stood out, as far as I'm concerned, is when Debo was missing time. Then he got the opportunity to get more receptions and more yards. So that's how I've seen it. Other people, I've said that too, they don't agree with me. I'm not saying BA isn't good or isn't, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that he's done better when BA was missing. So if you could see, if he was wide receiver 1 for the last 4 years, he may be top 3, top 5. We see him every day, and I'm with you, David. I don't see that guy, but he may be that guy. We just he hasn't been able to do that.
Too soon. It's too soon for the big contract. I feel like we need another prove it year.
Yes.
Yeah, you're probably
a lot of people are talking about the Stephon Diggs trade. Oh, this is a comparison. It's not. Stephon Diggs is in the later years of his career. He's literally on his last legs when it comes to NFL wide receivers. He
has his problems.
They voided his contract to 1 year.
Going to blame
so
Josh.
They gave them a 2nd round pick for a 1 year rental. And BA, wherever he gets traded, if this happens, I'm not saying it's going to, then they're going to sign him to a contract extension, so he's going to be there a while. That's 2 totally different situations. BA's young and he's on the upcoming. Stephon Diggs is, when it comes to NFL players' age, he's old and on the down slope.
So would you say almost in a weird way, even though the Texans are a young coached team, young quarterback, they're stacking their team with veteran players that are actually on the way of potentially aging out in the next 1 or 2 years? So are you in this way maybe saying, in a way without saying it, that the Texans have maybe a 2-year window? Would you agree with that, David?
At this point, I think they're trying to put a lot of pieces together. Some reports have said they're going to be the team to beat in the AFC.
You need a little chemistry, right? You don't just put a team together and then they're the greatest.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. You need chemistry. We haven't seen it yet. But
Yeah,
DeMeco Ryans is the guy I wanted as head coach of the Niners.
But
I don't hate Kyle. I don't, folks. But I would have taken DeMeco and said, Kyle, buddy, here, we're going to promote you into the office somewhere. Or if you want to go be OC, you can, but you're still going to get an office job.
I liked when we had Saleh, McDaniel, and Kyle. I mean, what a magic team that we had. We had to win it that year, man.
Let me ask Bebop, and then we're going to bring our special guest, our second guest, or everyone's special, but we have a special guest as well this evening, a good friend and a great guy, but we got Bebop right now, and I need to get Bebop's thoughts. Bebop.
Yeah.
Who is more valuable to the Niners right now? Debo healthy or BA healthy?
Ooh.
Who can the Niners have missed out the entire year?
Yeah.
And who can the Niners not miss the entire year?
That's a trick question. Feel like that's a double-edged.
It's a deadly question, right?
It's a double-edged sword. But everything runs through Debo. I feel like our feints, our drag routes, everything and our what is it behind the line,
bubble screens, end around
bubbles and everything. It kind of relies on the fakes to Debo, and whether we give it to him off the jet sweeps or not. I feel like it really runs through the idea of whether we're going to run it or pass it. So I'll give it to Debo for one more year. But with BA's 17.9, I've never seen one of our receivers catch past 15 yards every single pass that he's gotten. And it's been just a blessing to see. And I like the camaraderie with him and Brock. And they've been just lights out. And I just hope that connection, like Kenny was saying, it took a little time to build. It wasn't much time, but they built it. So I hope they just keep gelling. And, but that's a very tough question. But I'm saying our offense runs through Debo and off Debo's play actions and stuff like that. So for now, I'm going to go with Debo just because, Samuel Sr., number one.
That's right.
And he's working out. He's in the gym already. So
yeah, he's doing a Rocky workout, Rocky 4 workout.
Right.
All right. So let's bring on my good buddy, my good friend. I got to tell you, I'm glad. We might be having a little technical difficulties. Let's see what we can do. All right.
Whoa.
Perfect. All right. So wow. This is a guy I can tell you I can count on. This is a guy I can tell you when I need something, he was there. And I can tell you I'm really pleased to meet him. And I gotta bring him on. This is Demetrius, and he's a great dude. And I want everybody to say hello and welcome
to the
everybody.
Show. Let's go. Hello. Thank you for having me, man. I appreciate you, man. So, as I told you, when I was coming on, and I'll probably be in the middle of things, so don't mind me. I'm paying attention.
No worries. We can have an interactive show. That's not a problem at all. Sometimes it's even more fun for the viewers. So, tell us a little bit about yourself and tell me a little bit more about your son and the positions that he's playing, where he's playing, and your thoughts on the new rule changes. But we can take each question slowly. And welcome everybody. This is King. This is David, Bebop, and again, this is Demetrius. And you
Hi,
can
David.
see,
Hi, Bebop.
Hey, Demetrius, what's going on?
What's up, D?
Happy Friday.
Yeah, you too, man. You know, hey, we, like Brian said, we definitely are some hard workers. So I'm a little bit Brian works me to death. But a little bit about me. I'm from Chicago. I'm not a Bears fan. You guys see Green Bay. So don't get discouraged. We're all Packers. You know, my son even plays for the Packers out here. Anyways, yeah, I come out here to California. I've been here for like about 6 years, and I did diesel fuel systems and stuff like that as far as rebuilding them. And just as far as me, I'm just a dad, man. I'm an NFL guy. I watch college football. I watch XFL, anything with FL, CFL, whatever, the LFL, the Lingerie Football League. I'm just a football type of guy, you know what I mean? And actually, I got to train one of the girls who played for LFL. My kid's mother, her best friend, played for the Chicago Bliss, and I was training her for that league, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, wait, so you mean to tell me you guys are just pretty much strippers with helmets on and shoulder pads? So, but they actually I was very impressed when I went to a game. So, but yeah, so I played football myself in Chicago, and like I said, but I'm just a father, man. I'm a born guy. I also do security. I work at a club too, so I mean, I don't really go out, but working hard is what I do. So, my son, everything I do is important to my kids as far as my sons. I got 2 sons, I got 1 daughter, and they're all incredible. But my oldest one, while Brian was talking about him, I had to explain to him he's in 8th grade and he's an all-star. He scored 40 touchdowns this year. This is a picture of him right
Nice.
now. I don't know if you can really see it. I don't know why my lights not working in the hall.
What is he, QB?
We play QB, plays receiver, plays free safety. That's this year.
Nice.
Anyhow,
Demetrius Junior. Let's go.
Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, anyways, yeah, he played receiver, he played quarterback, punt return, field goal, and then also he plays basketball. And this year they selected the first time of junior high to be in the All-Star games along with the best players in the area in Modesto, Stockton, Turlock, Merced. He was selected as like the top 5 draft pick. They had like a draft type thing going. The success behind my son is not because he's not because he's just my son. I mean, he has the option, the privilege of being there with me. But it's because of anybody I coach. I coach football, basketball, and everybody I coach. And same way I do my job, I do with intensity, but I enjoy it. And a lot of I'm kind of old school when it comes to coaching, and a lot of these kids these days are a little watered down. And I ain't gonna say soft, but I'm just gonna say watered down, for lack of a better terms. But I try to even my kid is in first grade. I'm training them like a pro. I'm training them to be the best they can be. You know what I mean? It's just like at a job. Me and Brian working together, or me, somebody's working together. I'm going to do the best job that I can possibly do. It might not be the best job, but I'm going to do what I can do, and I'm not going to, lazy it out. And that's how I kind of do it when it comes to training and when it comes to sports. It's I train everybody to be the best. Now, can you get the best out of everybody? No, but I can definitely try to work through goals. When you're dealing with sports, you're dealing with athletes, youth, kids, it's a goal situation. Like I had a kid growing up, my son, he was a great basketball player, obviously when he was little, coming up now. And we had a kid that was scared of the ball when he rebounded, hit him right on the head. I mean, this kid was tall. He was tall.
Ray.
By the end of the season, he was rebounding, he scored in the game, and just the confidence of me emphasizing those things. And I work on weaknesses. Anytime somebody has a weakness, I don't bash them about it. I work on it because your weakness can be your strong point. And if you're strong in other points and you're weak in this point, let's get you well rounded. And that's how I try to do. So just without blabbering, man, that's pretty much me. I'm not nothing incredible. Like I said, my son again, he's a great athlete. I feel like he's lazy, but if he really put his potential, you guys would be talking about him on not the 49ers, the Green Bay team. I don't care when he gets drafted. He'll have a big Green Bay tattoo on his chest like Superman. So whatever he gets drafted, I don't care if he gets drafted to the Raiders. You know what I mean? But
I got a question for you.
Yeah. Yep.
I got a question for you. So 49ers, we just signed Packers running back Patrick Taylor.
Uh-huh.
Can you give us any insight on his production? He does.
You said Patrick Taylor from the Green Bay.
Running back.
Yeah, we just picked him up.
You know what? I don't know too much about him. To be honest with you, I know AJ Dillon, and I know what's the other guy who just went to the Vikings?
Donald
Jones.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Jones. Yeah. But anyways, I know their production, but I really can't tell you about the other guy. I don't really, to be honest.
I think we picked up
I don't know how much he played.
Linebacker from you guys too.
I'm sorry.
I think we picked up a linebacker from you guys too.
Oh Campbell. Yeah, no, he's good. Yeah, DeVore Campbell is a really good linebacker, and I was kind of angry because you guys already got freaking beast at linebacker, and I'm like, why are we giving him that? Why is our best linebacker
leaving? We took Oren Burks from you too.
Yeah, you took a few guys from us, man. Just keep telling us what you took now. All right, just keep telling us.
I just need a little insight, Must be doing something good up there.
You guys can have Ray back. You can have Ray McLeod back. That's okay. But
no, we don't.
And then David wants to ask you a question before you get going too. So, David, are you ready? Because I think Kenny stepped away for a second.
Yeah. So you're a Packers fan, when did you start watching them? And what kind of made you, join the Packers more or less?
So in Chicago, my high school I went to, Don Beebe was he went to my high school in Wabanji Valley in Aurora, Illinois.
Bill's wide receiver.
Yes, and he played for Green Bay at the time, and then he came. He did. He was playing for the Bills. I think he was playing for the Bills, or it might have been retired. But I know he played for Green Bay, and he took us to the Green Bay. And we had a training camp, and he ran it. Him and I don't know if you remember a receiver he played for the Seahawks. Name was Fabian Bones. Back in the '90s, he was all right, but he was more cocky than he was a good player. Anyways, Don Beebe, nevertheless, was a really great player. He kind of reminded me of Danny Amendola or what's the other guy named Tom Brady, the household name, I forget his name. Welker. Okay, he's like a Wes Welker type of guy. So anyhow, he came to the school, and he was like, we had a few guys there, Baya, B. Jamil, whatever his name is, he was there. And I just remember seeing how massive I was playing defensive end. And now I'm at best 5'9". My son's taller than me, and then this dude is a defensive end. He's like 6'6". I want to say 260, 270. Arms as big as my head, and I'm sitting there like, so I got to get big like this, you know what I mean? In order, but he was kind of impressed by my game and how I played. And they ended up inviting us up to Green Bay and to a game, and I got to meet Brett Favre and all those guys up there, and Donald Driver. And before, I was a Bears fan, and I talked crap to him too. But just the experience going up there.
Donald Driver was that dude.
Yeah. Him, Henderson. I met all of Dorsey Evans. A lot of guys who were like all-time greats. But anyway, so that's how I kind of jumped on the train, because everybody always says, well, how did you become a Green Bay fan? And I always have to explain that story. So yeah, that's pretty much how it happened.
I got some family up there, Wisconsin. Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of you know what? It's kind of like one of those things. I don't know if you've ever been there, but you should go. But yeah, if you go, it's
Right.
like literally nothing up there, and so it's like the closest hotel room is like 30 minutes away.
No way.
So if you get
See,
drunk, you're
my
like,
dad
I
is-
gotta
my dad
drive.
is-
Like,
My dad is from Chicago, so it's right there. It's like,
oh yeah. It's like a 3-4 hour drive. I take my kids.
yeah.
I haven't been there since I've been to
They're in
California.
Madison. I think
Yeah, Madison. I
our
got family in Madison.
Kittle, George Kittle's from Wisconsin too.
Yeah, I got family in Madison. Yeah, a lot of football players come from Madison. So JJ Watt, he went to Madison. Sorry, this is my daughter, you guys. She wants to be all in my business, figuring out what's going on. But no, I got a real bad bone to pick with 49ers. I know I got a little short time, but I all the Niners people that are out here, I give them crap because the Niners has beat us every time in the playoffs. And it just so the more I'm on
we
this
give
show,
you a
we might
praise.
get a little feisty over here. Okay, I'm just letting you know I ain't as nice as I look.
You took care of the Cowboys, so we appreciate that too.
Oh, the Cowgirls, man, the Cowgirls are. I'm not impressed by that win. When I'm sitting here, when we play you guys, I get confident, but then I'm like, God, we have not beat them in the playoffs. And then literally, I've sat through all those games, like literally zeroed in, eyes locked in, and I'm like, so I'm really not I'm not really in you guys' corner, but guys like Brian, you guys are really cool. My buddy Eric, one of my best friends, I'm always giving him shit. The guy who's head of the security, he's a 49ers fan. All of them, I'm giving them all crap. So you guys are pretty cool though. But yeah, just to let you know, we'll get a little feisty around here, especially.
Well,
it's a rivalry.
Yeah,
before you go, I know Kenny has a question for you, and you're welcome on anytime. I know I told you we keep it quick, and but you're always welcome on. We really appreciate you. But Kenny,
no, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it.
Kenny's got a good question for you, and as you come on more, we'll go on to more and more football topics. But yeah, the Friday show, we want to try to have a cool show, sit back and relax for a minute, tell a dad joke or something. I was at the park the other day, right, and I was looking at this frisbee. And it kept getting bigger and bigger, and then it hit me.
That's the joke.
That's a dad joke. Yeah, that's a dad joke right there.
Man.
That's definitely a dad joke. That's definitely it right
Hold on.
But, Kenny, go ahead and let's get your question in. And yes, thank you, Demetrius, for coming on.
Demetrius, it's awesome to have you on. Thanks
honor.
for coming on and hanging out with us, man. It's nice to meet you for the first time. I have a couple quick questions. First, I've been to Chicago. It's awesome, man. I love it there. Is. Much respect for Chicago. That's like the only respectable place out in the Midwest, man.
That is. It literally is.
It rivals San Francisco and New York, which is
hard to do. It definitely does.
So props to that. That's awesome, man. And I had a couple questions. So first, we lost the Super Bowl. That was hard on us. We're still getting over it. We know you lost in the playoffs, so that's just as hard. That was your Super Bowl. So my question is, remember when Jordan Willis blocked that field goal or the extra point or whatever against you? And we beat you, I think 2019, a couple years ago.
Yeah.
Is that you think that's how bad we felt when we lost the Super Bowl? Is that equivalent, you think?
Man, you know what? I think it's just frustrating because I feel like we get so close. Like I feel like yes, that's definitely frustrating because you guys have been there.
On a kick like that had to kill you.
Well, I mean, and that's the thing. It's like we get so close, and every single time you guys always find a way to not let us score. We got Aaron Rodgers, man.
I know. I'm old enough to remember when you guys were really a problem for us. So I'm old.
Yeah, I mean with Brett Favre, Brett Favre would compete. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers.
Hey, Dom Mikowski gave us some problems. So
yeah. I'm not saying Aaron Rodgers didn't compete. I'm just saying I felt like in the playoffs he could have just maybe give a little bit better effort because it was just like, dude, the 49ers just have our numbers. So I think it's a little bit worse for us because we are expected to win and go to the playoffs, go to the Super Bowl, and every year it was expected for us, and then here comes the 49ers ripping right out our hands, every single rip. So like I said, I think it's just a little bit more bittersweet because you guys have been there, You guys actually made it to the Super Bowl, even though you guys lost. And I talk crap about that all the time.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys haven't won one since '92 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We won one in 2010, but you got more than us. So it's again, I think it's right there on the cusp, but I feel like ours is a little bit more bittersweet because you guys has ripped it out of us right away. Like even that year that Colin Kaepernick played quarterback, I knew for sure. I'm like, who the hell is Kaepernick? I mean, he goes to school. He goes to the rival school. My son, well, he graduated from the rival school.
The Gazelle.
Pittman or whatever, Pittman High School. My son was about to go to Turlock High School. Anyways, I was like, who is this Colin Kaepernick dude, man? We're going to definitely blow him out. And he runs for 300 some yards on us, man.
That's crazy.
And so it's just like those things like that. It's just like rips your heart out. So I would definitely say, yeah, you guys we got the slight edge on that.
Football is bittersweet. That's why I love it. One last quick question. I know you say you train your own children. Do you find that some they have different ways to go about all of them? Like some people like getting yelled at, some people don't like getting yelled at, some people there's different ways to motivate people. So are they all different?
Oh yeah, man. You definitely, man. You know what? It's like this, right? I'm not gonna get mad at somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. You understand what I'm saying? If you don't know what you're doing, I'm not. Why am I getting impatient with you?
Yeah.
Right. I'm here to teach you up. Like my son right now. I asked him. I said they I think in Turlock Junior High they went 22-2 for 2 years. They lost 2 games. One in Modesto Christian, which is Modesto Christian. I don't know if you know anything about them. They're a powerhouse. They send people to the NBA all the time. Well, anyhow, I asked him. I said, "Son, has your coach ever taught you how to shoot a jump shot?" He goes, "No,
just do drills."
I'm like, yeah, just whatever, just drills, and then the drills that I train him, I show him, or the other kids, they go, man, my coach has never shown me that. My coach has never, and I can tell the way they play, the way they move, but they're not getting they're not getting the raw fundamentals experience. You know what I mean? They're just.
I imagine it's harder to find quality coaches than it seems. Like it's got to be harder than you think.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, and not even that. It's just a lot of these coaches these days are not. They got thrown into it. Like back in the day when we grew up, I don't know how old you guys are. I'm 37, about to be 38. My freaking middle school coach was a freaking nutcase, Mr. Woolwine. I tell you, if you shot a 3 and it wasn't that you missed it. He trained us to make the 3. So if you shot the 3 bad in the game, you were getting the earful. He was throwing the freaking clipboard across the thing. Now it's all about the protection of the kids. You know, it's like, oh, don't look bad in front of the kids. Oh, don't scream in front of the kids.
Oh no, they want to get that passion from their coach.
Yeah, and it's hard too. And it's you got to treat a certain and I'm just gonna be honest with you. I mean, you got to put race into it. Like a black kid, right? If I'm related to him versus a white kid or a Spanish kid, the parents, they're like, why are you screaming at my son like that? I'm not screaming at him. I'm just getting him ready. But then now you got this white coach now, and it happened to me, and he's yelling to the top of his lungs across the football field, and it's pretty loud to hear sideline to sideline to hear a coach. And so it's just a double standard these days, the way things back in the day. I feel like it didn't matter race, tall, height. I mean, you got thrown in the fire. You got thrown in the fire. Now everything is just so, watch out for little Timmy. I don't want him to be, you don't yell at him. And it's like, how are you going to get that?
Too soft on kids. They got to be able to take care of themselves.
Yeah, well, how are you going to get that discipline? How are you going to get that? It's not about yelling. It's about we're losing the game and we're down 28-0 halftime and everybody's just looking at like, oh, well, what's your day? How's your day going? Yeah. It's like, you got to do something to get their attention. You can't just be like, yeah, my day is going great. If you're losing 28-0, it's not like that. You got to get some intensity. So it's more so yelling at a player. It's not you have to like my son. I'm yelling at him all day. I'm kicking him out of practice. I'm making an example out of him. Yes, a little bit. I'm going a little bit more overboard, but I know he's capable enough.
Yeah, he can take it. See, that's the thing. Some people are better when you're yelling at them. Because I remember the movie Bull Durham, which was about baseball minors. It's Kevin Costner. You probably seen it before. But the coach is like, I don't know what to do with these kids. They don't listen to me. I'm trying to get them to do this, that, and the other. And the coach is like, they're kids. Yell at them. So the guy comes in, he throws the table. He's like, you guys suck. I'm sick of this shit. And he's like, and the kids are all like, oh, shit. So, everybody's different. It motivates everyone.
Yeah. And it's just the way you come across. You don't want to come off like a crazy animal. You know what I mean? Like, you're but you also want to make sure you prove a point. So like I said, again, it's just, you got to fill it out. Again, it's hard to explain that question, answer that question, because, again, it's the coaching is so different these days. Like, I've denied the coach with the high school that Colin Kaepernick went to. They offered me the head coaching job there, and I denied it because of the different type of people I have to deal with. I don't have to just deal with little Timmy or Joe or
no, you got to deal with the
Michael. I got to deal with the parents.
There's boosters.
And the booster. Why is he not playing? It's like, dude, he's not good. I'm old school. Yeah, the mayor, right now, the mayor's calling my phone. He goes, little Billy's mom provides my grapes all the time. You know that. You need to play. Well, little Billy's going to get hurt. Yeah, he's going to get hurt. And if he gets hurt, don't come running to me, because he doesn't know what he's doing. And literally that happens out here. So I'm just being honest with you. And I don't know if that happens everywhere, but I know since I've coached out here and I've coached in Chicago, and it happened out there too. So again,
well,
but I enjoy what I do.
Ball is a unit.
We got to get you back on maybe a Saturday or a Sunday, or even even a Saturday. But you got my number. I'm not losing yours. We'd like to have you come on with your son sometime, so we could talk maybe a little bit more football. Maybe after the
draft. Time tomorrow, we're doing a mock, and he can do the Packers.
It's up, we can.
Just send me the link. I'm not doing anything tomorrow, but doing the little DoorDash. So just send me the link. I'll be driving, but I'm always down to talk. I'm a mouth runner, man. I have diarrhea tonight. You guys have to cut me off. You can cut me off. I am okay because, like I said, sometimes I feel myself driving around. I'm like, what am I saying?
Hey, I got one question. How about that new running back you just picked up? Josh Jacobs.
Oh man!
How you feel about that?
It reminds me of me, man. It's like they said they might as well just sign me, man. You know what I mean?
That's gonna make Jordan Love pretty good.
That's Jordan Love. You know what? People are talking crap about Jordan Love and saying, "Oh, that was just year one." No, nobody. Dude, they do the same thing as Patrick Mahomes. Look what Patrick Mahomes did. Jordan Love was literally a 4th down away from beating the 49ers. Yeah. The 49ers, pound for pound, every year has the best defense in football. That defense they put together is. I don't know if you guys. I mean, I'm not saying you guys don't watch sports.
We know.
Do you watch the individuality of the players? Like, do you sit there and zone in? Like, I don't watch the game, but I'll sit and watch Dre Greenlaw for like a series. I'll just watch him, or I'll just watch what's the guy who's just incredible, Fred Warner. Is that his name? I'll watch him, right? And just watch him do whatever he do, man, the speed, and then they'll replay it so everybody can see it. And it's just like, this dude is incredible. Why are we not winning? Because you know what? Quarterback. The quarterback. You got to get rid of Purdy. I'm just sorry. That's for another day. We'll talk about that another day. But you got to get rid of Purdy.
Hey, I would trade Purdy for a haul. That's just me. People don't like it. I would trade Purdy for a haul. A 7th round pick that we didn't give any money to, and then flip him over for like making up for the Trey Lance debacle. That's what I would do. But I'm a Moneyball guy, so I don't care about fans.
Well, see, the thing about football teams is it makes up of 2 things: a great defense and a great quarterback. You cannot have a good quarterback to win. It's not going to work. You have to have a great defense and a great quarterback. Tom Brady is fantastic. People could hate on Tom Brady and say, "Oh, Tom Brady was fantastic." Mahomes is fantastic. Like, they do not quit. And people can say, "Well, if Purdy had more time, then he would have done the same thing." I'm not knocking that. Purdy did take a step forward, but They should have blew out the Kansas City Chiefs.
They
The
should
Kansas
have.
City Chiefs is not better than the 49ers. And
You definitely
I would
Chiefs.
never admit to that. They were not a better team on paper, even with Purdy as quarterback. Purdy
Yeah.
should have came in there and they should have put 50 points up on it right away.
I agree.
For all those weapons and in that defense, you guys should have not let Kansas City go on.
Well, we
muted.
might. Yeah.
You're muted.
Did we lose the sound?
We just can't hear you.
We
Mute.
can't hear you.
Yeah, we just lost the sound.
Yep. Well, we will definitely have to have you back on. I hope we can.
That was it.
Super fun. We will see you next time, and we will talk to you tomorrow. Demetrius, thank you again. And guys, we are going to let them hang out and take off, and we're going to go ahead and end with a construction joke. You guys want to hear a construction joke? I'm still working on it.
Always.
I'm still working on it. I'll get back to you guys.
Oh.
But all right, so hey, the gym around the corner, it closed.
Oh yeah, why?
Didn't work out.
Ah.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Golf clap.
Hey, speaking of Kyler Murray, what video game do you play when you're on the toilet?
Oh, I don't know.
Call of Duty.
Oh,
Okay. Mm-hmm. I see that. I see where you're going.
Why did the cookie cry? Why did the cookie cry? His mom was
Why?
away for too long.
nah.
Oof. Oof.
Mom was away for too
Oof.
long.
Did you hear the sausage joke? Did you hear the sausage joke?
Ooh.
It's the worst.
Hold on.
Nice.
Put glasses on for
Ooh.
the
Yeah.
sausage joke.
I like the way it makes me look like a bug.
What does corn say when it gets a compliment?
Don't know.
Ah, shucks.
Ooh.
Very
Ooh.
When
What's
a
the
frog.
best way to catch a squirrel?
Go ahead, David.
What's the best way to catch a squirrel?
There's a squirrel.
No clue.
Act like a nut.
Ooh.
Bebop, did you prepare for this or no?
Jokes. Let me see what joke I have. I think.
What did the
No,
taxi driver
I
say to
never-
the wolf? What did the taxi driver say to the wolf? Where, wolf? Where do you want to go?
Ooh.
Where, wolf?
Ooh.
What do you call a toothless bear? A gummy bear.
Did you hear about the math book that got a therapist?
No.
It had a lot of problems.
Hey, what happens when a frog parks illegally?
Say it again.
What happens when a frog parks illegally? He gets towed.
Oh, damn, y'all.
Could be a dad joke.
On fire. Could be toad.
So I got hit in the head with a soda can. Thankfully, it was a soft drink.
What's worse than raining cats and dogs?
What?
Hailing taxis.
Hailing taxis. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh, I hate that.
Oh. What's the difference between snowmen and snow women?
Oh, what?
Snowballs.
Dang. Shit came over prepared for this. Jeez Louise.
What do you call a cow with only one leg
I don't know.
or two legs?
2 legs. I don't know.
Two legs. Lean beef.
Ooh.
Lean beef.
I like me some lean turkey meat.
Well, why shouldn't you play poker in the jungle? Too many cheetahs.
Too many cheetahs. Nice.
Ooh, dang.
What concert would cost 45 cents? You know half of this. 50 Cent and Nickelback.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Little math dad joke.
Jesus.
Hey, so what did the left eye say to the right eye? Something
What?
smells between us.
Something's what?
Something smells between us.
Oh shit! I'm way underprepared for these jokes. Jeez Louise.
All right. What happens if a grape gets stepped on? Does it make a sound or anything? What happens? Nothing. It just lets out a little whine.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
Man.
Hey, Dana, thank you so much for coming. We hope you enjoyed the jokes and the conversations, and
Bye,
we were
Dean.
looking forward to having you on here soon. So we will be talking.
I can't wait for
Thank
the
you.
ladies of the Empire to come back.
Have a
Dina.
great night, Dina.
Love you, Dina.
And also, I'd like to say hello to Daniel Thompson. Hello,
Yeah.
good evening.
Yeah.
And we have Crazy Juice, of course,
That's it.
and all the other greats, the greats that we've been having also hang out with us along the way during this great show. I hung a picture up on the wall the other day. I really did. I hung a picture up on the wall the other day.
Okay.
Some would say I nailed it.
Very good.
Dang.
What do you get when you cross a guitar, drums, and a car tire?
No clue.
A rubber band.
Ah, very nice.
Ooh.
What does cheese say after it makes a shot in basketball?
Swoosh. Swish.
That's great.
I invented a pencil with an eraser on it on each end. There's no point to it.
I saw that one coming.
Ooh.
Nice. Just by the way,
Why
none
are-
of these are not original. I just want to get that out there. These jokes are like
Yeah.
7 years.
So, why aren't kids allowed to see pirate movies?
No clue.
They're all rated R.
They should have done that when Jason was here.
I know, right?
Oh,
Maybe you heard it. You never know.
How many South Americans does it take to change a light bulb? I'm not going to get canceled for this, I hope. A Brazilian.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So, everybody has something that they're really, really good at, right? And I am very, very proud to say I'm good at sleeping. I can do it with my eyes closed.
Nice.
Ooh, damn.
Very good.
Damn.
Funny.
I used to be addicted to soap, but now I'm clean.
I like that one.
Did
what
you
do you
hear
call
about the guy
cow with
who
no legs?
decided to hang mirrors for a living?
Hang bears for a living?
Hang mirrors
Oh.
for a living?
No.
It's something he could see himself doing.
Nice.
Ooh.
Who said the joke before of the cat with 2 legs? I got one of like that. What do you call a cow with no legs? Ground beef. You can't move, so he's stuck. All right.
Oh my goodness!
I'll get rid
you
of
got
that
to
one.
show Levi
Make a note.
did one in the chat. You got there. We go.
Levi had
So-
one too.
Yep. So Crazy G says, "Why are spiders so smart?
Ooh.
Find everything on the web."
They
And
can.
then Levi had a great one here.
And they can use 4 computers at once.
Some I'll read and some I will not. Okay, it is not because I'm not. But you can read, and that reading is
I want to hear everyone do the be he part.
Hey, why are sports stadiums so cold?
No clue.
Too many fans.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
I just want you guys to remember. I want you guys to remember. It takes guts to be an organ donor.
Yes, it does.
Ooh.
You couldn't be one.
Jeez Louise.
I have kind of a sad one. What do you call a plant with an STD? Poison
What?
HIVY. Poison Ivy. Sorry.
Ooh.
It was a stretch.
Snap.
No Philadelphia jokes, I guess. Tom Hanks, sorry.
Well, folks, I have had a lot of fun. I hope everybody else has had fun. I have a question, and I'd like to get everybody's thoughts on it before we leave. And you got to kind of be quick about it. So, like maybe if it's really that great of an idea, we'll come back and we'll visit it again. So I think there's like three things in the world that's like really, there's more than one problem, right? But there's three problems that we can identify right now. There is a serious hunger issue, right? There's a homelessness issue. And we also have to do something about cancer. Okay? So I want you guys to think about it. Hunger, homelessness, cancer. What would you eliminate? Or what do you determine is the worst problem and the one that we should try to work on first? Let's go with Bebop. What do you think? Would you get rid of homelessness, hunger? Would you get rid of cancer? It's hard. I know.
It's
evil, right?
Something that's been affecting my town more recently, but I feel like number one would be cancer.
Okay.
It would just be hands down.
Yeah, because the homelessness and the other thing are humans can fix that very easily. Cancer, we don't have a choice.
Cancer, yeah, I know. Like they were sending cancer up to space to try to figure out a way, but I think it multiplies. So I don't
treating
know.
people in space with cancer, right? Like the fear and you're pressurized. Or
yeah,
whatever.
well, they sent cancer in a dish. Up into space, and they were trying to read of how they can actually work about it. And
because I think our DNA changes when we go to space and back. So
it slows it down or speeds it up, but I forget what the ending was, but I think it might have slowed it down a little bit, but Yeah, I think cancer would be number one. I feel like we're really close to it, but I think the money and don't kick me off YouTube, but but
you know what? You're not wrong.
The insurance companies might be dragging it along.
We have to talk. We have to get this out there. Yes, and sorry, Kenny, we have to talk. We have to get this out because people have to have other ideas, right? And we can talk about football all we want, but this is the Friday night hangout show where we want to try to have some fun a little bit, but we also want to maybe get an idea out there that might have been not said maybe as loud, or maybe if we say it a little bit, maybe someone will hear it. So cancer is your choice. I think that's a admirable and really, really that's probably the one to go with. Mr. McNiner, and I'm going to go to Kenny. What is your choice? If you could pick homelessness, being hungry, starving the world, or taking out cancer, what are you going after?
I would go after cancer.
Cancer.
Okay. My daughter's mom, who I'm still friends with, she, beat it. My sister, beat it. I've had friends that haven't, Corey's one of them. Matt, my grandpa, my uncle, none of them beat it,
I have a list
It's a serious problem. You know, it is. I had a grandma that, you know, God rest her soul, passed away. You know, it wasn't from cancer. It wasn't. It was natural causes. But she smoked for like 55 years. So it's one of those things.
Yeah,
you don't know who's gonna get hit. You know, we hear of children, you know, that get it. We hear people my age. You know, you got to go to the doctor and get
was
a
what,
very
57?
unpleasant exam.
You're still young.
Speaking of Bryant, you're that age, buddy. You are right at that age. You got to go get that exam. Yep. But
keep your screenings up to date. Go to the doctor every year and get all your shots. Get your
you have to. The sooner, folks, the sooner they catch it, the better, because then you can fight it. Right?
We want to be here because the best is yet to come. We won't have to work soon. We'll be retired. We do the hell we want. Get back out of the driveway without looking at that age. Just whatever.
My friend's wife, she was she actually defeated it once, but then got cancer again, and it was terminal. There was nothing they were trying experimental medications, and I say that because I think the pharmaceutical companies are holding back folks. And you know, she ended up passing away, and he took it hard. You know, he had some kids, and you know, he was living in that same house. He couldn't do it. You know, he left his job. He actually moved up into Idaho. You know, and needed a total change of scenery because, you know, it was just one of those things. But, you know, he'd seen the worst happen to her, and he tells me that was absolutely horrible. You know, what he saw happen. So, yeah, cancer, definitely.
Well, Kenny, David, thank you for giving us that. And I'm sorry for your losses, and it sucks. F cancer. David, I'm sorry again. Kenny, what's your thoughts on the three? We have homelessness, starvation, and we have cancer. You can eliminate one.
I would eliminate cancer. And we can eliminate cancer if we stop, you know, doing all these experiments on other things that don't matter, like growing hair back and making people less fat, or having fat go to a specific place where you don't have enough fat. Things like that. We are spending our man hours and scientists and doctors on stupid things that aren't important when we can all be working towards the same goal, which is to cure cancer, instead of some people curing baldness. And some people I mean, come on, dude.
The Queen of England, basically Kate Middleton, she just got diagnosed with that.
Since I was like 7 years old, it was my aunt had breast cancer, and then my uncle got lung cancer, and then it's never ending. MS, dementia.
She's like 40 years old. She's like super young.
Yeah, no, cancer doesn't care. One of the first classes I took in college was viruses, genes, and cancers. And after that class, I just realized that we're not the dominant being or species on this planet. It's the viruses and the cancers and the sickness. That's what really is in control of the earth.
Jeez Louise.
Kenny, thank you for your time and your thoughts. Bebop, thank you for coming on. You are a great friend and a great guest. David McNiner, you are awesome as well. Great co-host, great friend, great, you know, Kenny, great co-host as well. You guys are awesome. I like getting a hold of you guys and talking and getting other thoughts out there. You know, we can talk about how much, you know, how fast Mitch Wisnowski can run. You know, hey, Ozzy, that boy can run. But
you saw him kick that ball into McCovey Cove?
Yeah. So we are definitely going to continue having great topics. I'm going to give you guys something to think about on our way out. Is if you look at those three problems, and I'm telling you, this is just my thoughts, but if we eliminate homelessness, we can solve all of those problems right there. And then my thoughts and my theory is if you give everybody in the world enough property that they can raise their own animals to feed, own chickens, own cows, own pigs, right?
Mhm.
They discourage that.
You raise your own vegetables. You grow your own garden, right? That eliminates homelessness because you have your own property. That eliminates starvation because you have the means to go and you have property. Go grow you something, right? Grow whatever you want, all right? Get you a green thumb, whatever you want to do, right? Stick it up there in the air and wave it like you don't care. I don't care. But
40 acres and mule.
after a couple of years, people growing their own food, raising their own food, cancer is going to be less and less of a thing. That's just my thoughts, folks. You don't have to agree with me. Definitely would like you to come back next time, have another conversation. If you'd like to be on the show, you just have to reach out. There's an email out there somewhere. You can find me. There's a Twitter group out there. You can find me. Facebook. Hey, I'm the same guy. Bryant Culp. That's where you can find me. I have a lot of great guys on like Kenny and David and Bebop, and you could be one of them as well. We like to ask good questions, and we like to have a little bit of fun. So next Friday, we hope to see you. But before tonight's over, go check out David McNiner show. It's going to be starting here in a little bit, about 10 minutes.
There'll be some nude wrestling.
Be about 16 minutes from now, 15 minutes from now.
Check out the check.
We're all going to go hit the hookah, and we'll be back.
And that's hey, have fun, and we'll see you over there, guys. And we'll see you next time.
See you guys.
You guys have a great Friday night.